Hello, y'all, and welcome on back to another episode of Creators Spicy Tea. And this is actually Allie from after this is already recorded. Same day, 5 hours later. We are having a guest today, and we are having a admin day. So where the lovely Kacy and I sit down, we do our admin work while we basically just talk some mad smack. Okay? Well, today we got on some really heavy topics. Heavy ones. So I wanted to address them with y'all and give a little content warning before we go any further, just so that if this could potentially upset or trigger someone, we know to just stay the heck away from it. All right, so we are going to be talking about the new federal porn ban that they are trying to pass. This was recorded March 14th, I think. So it's right when that is being released. We also discuss some topics around non-consent. Do not worry, we do not discuss any form of assault or anything like that. More along the lines of some creators feeling they must do certain things to keep their careers. So if those topics are going to be triggering to you at all, don't dig into this one. I will say we got 0 admin done, and we are only 27 minutes recorded post-editing. We are not done. This is our fourth time recording this, you guys. If anybody knows of any podcast recording software, website, app, program other than Riverside FM that they would suggest, please help me. Please, I'm going crazy. But we're going to finish it after this. I just editing it tonight, I realized maybe we needed to touch base on it first. So now the audio quality is going to go into the trash can. We are testing a new mic. It does not work with our podcast recording software. Yeah. Okay. So that's one of the many struggles. So the audio quality is about to go down. I apologize. I am still doing everything I can in post to try and fix this bad boy up. And you are going to then hear me ramble off an intro as if I have no idea that this just happened, because I did not know this just happened. All right, y'all. I just wanted to make sure we got that out there so that everyone can stay safe and stay sane here. All right, let's dig in. Hello, y'all. Welcome on back to another episode of Creators Spicy Tea. We are the podcast where we sit, we dish, we bitch, we spill that tea on adult content creation. And life has been just crazy. You guys, work has been crazy. Life has been crazy. All of this has been wild. So I figured today we needed to just sit, ground ourselves, and, bitch a little bit about the adult content creation industry. And you guys know I do not do that by myself. I always bring in one of our most beautiful, amazing, wonderful guests for what we call buddying. And we have Kacy joining us. Hi, Kacy girl.
Hello.
It's been crazy for you too, yeah?
It's been crazy in all the wrong ways.
Thank you for pointing that out. Find me one good way this has just been insanity.
No, see, it's crazy when, I'm like, oh, it's been crazy busy. Like, it's been so good. It's been so great. That crazy's good. This crazy is like the aunt you don't talk about, but that shows up for Thanksgiving sometimes.
Totally drunk off her ass, making a mess.
And you're just like, are we going to have to clean that up? Like, fuck, we're going to be the ones cleaning it up.
I could not have thought of a better fucking, whatever that's called, metaphor for that. I could not have thought of a better metaphor than the messy drunk aunt going on. And did you just see what just got released today? No. We haven't talked about this yet.
No, I have not. I'm getting the tea in live now.
It's actually really bad. Like, really bad. Republicans just launched a bill to federally ban all pornography in the United States.
Oh, fuck no, I actually did see that, and I'm over here like, one, this is me. Hi. I'm gonna put like a little, that's not gonna be there, but this is a, Casey's about to rant. One, irritated at the fact that they're like, we're gonna put everything in the state's power, and they're like, federally ban porn. Like, literally, okay, how about you shut the fuck up then? And then secondly, do you know what's gonna happen? Because I don't think that people understand that, one, this has been the longest running job ever. Even, like, literally, there are statuses in Greece based on prostitution, based on sex work, where, like, that was your status, that was your class, and things like that, that have been around for so long. There are going to be ways to find it. People are going to go underground. People are going to do dangerous things. And that's not going to be safe for the person involved. That's not going to be safe for the seller. That's going to lead to more not fun times down in your fun zone. And you're not even going to be able to have the, like, medical, like, help that you need, or you're going to be like, it's going to become a stigma again to go, because, like, for me, every time I go for my yearly, I always get a full panel, because I think that you should be responsible in this. That's going to be stigmatized, because they're going to be like, what you
Why
doing
do you need it?
in your
What are you doing
business?
in your spare time?
And then think about all of the creators now who have made something of this. Who are they going to go back and retroactively make it a felony? Are they going to check everyone's background on this, even if you just casually did it one time? Are you going to check every single person who sold feet pics during the pandemic? Because that's sex work. Are you, like, literally, my friend casually does, like, FetLife and will sit there and, like, get gift cards for, like, a tit pic. Still sex work. Are you going to prosecute? Like, how far is this going to go down? What creators are going to go down? Like, is it going to be the big ones, middle ones, small ones? And how many livelihoods are going to go down? Because there are people who do this for survival.
Exactly. Here's the thing. They're not making pornography safer for anybody. Kids, they don't fucking matter in this. They are not a part in this. They are the dog whistle of which they are hiding the rest of the agenda. It is not making pornography safer. Just like when you take away access to fucking birth control, like, I'm sorry, we're gonna get in the nitty.
No, we
When you
are.
take away access to shit like abortion, do you know what happens?
Back
Unsafe
alleys.
abortion.
Back alleys.
Yeah. When you take away access to simple human needs, and here's a fucking hot take, sexual satisfaction is a human need. It's a base human need.
Mm-hmm.
It just is. So when you take away someone's only route to getting that from a safe route, which it was on, and you force all of that underground, if you force people to go underground to fulfill their base human needs, humanity gets left out of that. And people get fucking hurt, is what's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen constantly. And, like, I even think about it from okay, is all porn gonna be legal? Or are you gonna let the hub still run? Are you gonna let OF pours massive amounts of money into places they should not be pouring money to, that the current administration agrees with? Fun fact, if you ever want to switch to Fansly, OF pours a fuck ton into anti-fun things. So, are you going to keep those specifically? Are those going to be allowed? Because they fund you. And do you realize the massive amount of money you're about to fucking lose? Because this industry is huge. And then you're going to make it more dangerous for creators, because now they're going to have to go, okay, so the hub can say predatory AF. So now if I want to be a creator, I now have to go to a predatory company, and I can no longer do this on my own, because that's now a felony.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
And I already have a fucking issue with, like explaining to buyers, like, hey, I am so proud of you for going directly to the creator and giving to that creator.
But when they take away the chance, the opportunity for ethical consumption, all that is left is immoral, unethical, and likely humane violations in what creators are going to be forced into doing. Okay, I just saw that this morning. We went down a huge political rant. I don't care. Oh my god.
We're gonna have, like, to me, at this point, it's hard to pick sides because so much of what we're doing is being attacked. And it's very
Yeah.
hard to say, I'm not political in the same way of like, I may not want to be political, but I want to keep my job.
I don't want jack shit to do with politics. I have real world problems that are very small, but they're within my world and I can help them. We can't fight that. We need a bigger standing. We need bigger voices. We need more success. We need more education, more information, so we can have bigger voices when stupid fucking choices like this are being made against everybody's will. Except some rich motherfuckers.
Who are still going to be taken into it, who are still going to be enjoying the outcomes of it, because you and I both know on the down low, there'll be some people who look for services who are into some places. And all I'm saying is they're still going to be looking for those services and they're still going to be in those places.
You're not wrong. I'm just saying I didn't say this. I read this. I could be incorrect. This is me covering my ass on every level. I'm just saying there is a reason in private, unknown, unnamed sex worker. There is a running joke that the Republican convention brings in such good money. For a reason. But that's alleged. Alleged. I don't actually
Alleged.
know.
We don't know anything.
Actually.
My last little hot take, because this is me, because we are educators, right? You and I are educators. And I, for those of you who don't know, have a background in psychology, okay? So does Allie. We have backgrounds in psychology. We know the things. And I took many a child psych class, okay? You get behind the child psyche, okay? And there comes to a point where when they are old enough to partake, 18, right? They start exploring, right? And what do they go to first? Sites like that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, big hub sites, okay? And the thing is, the way porn was going is there was more female-centered porn. There was more porn where it was consent was actively given and actively taken away in some. There was talk about different kinks and how to safely enjoy those kinks. There was a turning point where it wasn't just dick in a pizza box.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're not going to be able to have that turning point. And if parents are going to be embarrassed to talk about this stuff with their kids aren't going to want to talk to their parents. It's like, hey, mom, I have a balloon kink. What can I do with this? Like, you're gonna, that was their outlet and their safe way of seeing other people enjoy these things, seeing how there are different ways to run, people putting out more safe and ethical videos, especially when you attach those to creators. Because with direct selling, with Fansly, with OF, you are now attaching that to a creator. That is a person. You're not viewing them as an actor. You see them as a person. And that humanizes them. They're no longer just bodies. And when you start taking that away and people are going to dig deeper and deeper, you're going to start dehumanizing things. People are going to get my example, and this is the example, right? I lived in Korea for 3 years. 3 years I lived in Korea. Korea actually has a ban on Koreans making porn. They intake a lot of Japanese porn, but Koreans cannot make porn. That's why if you see a lot of Koreans making porn, they will always have like the masks on. They always hide any genitalia. It's always blurred. Like that is a whole thing. There's a fight right now because two specific things are happening. One, men don't know how to interact now in a sexually charged way. To the point where there was a room that they shut down that was ran by someone who should not legally have been allowed to run it, that was forcing women to do terrible things to themselves by blackmailing. And then the second one is the fetishization of Japanese women because they're only seeing Japanese porn. Because you don't realize that seeing porn of someone who looks like you
humanizes it. Good fucking point.
Yep. And that is a great case of what happens when you make porn even slightly illegal is damage to a certain demographic and then damage to another demographic. It's just damage. It's not good. What is that song? This girl is so damaged.
I need it as my theme song.
I had to take off the hardcore with like I have to sprinkle in a little bit of my like.
Thank you for the sparkle. Thank you for the fucking sparkle. We went dark. We just went dark. I needed to rant that though. And it's not like I can go out in the world and just rant this to everybody. Because I did that today. I did mention that. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. That's going to be really hard. But it's like, no, yes, it's going to be really hard. But it is going to have permanent, lasting consequences far beyond anything you or I will experience.
You are not ready to understand the market's going to leave. You're not, people aren't ready. And not even me being selfishly of like, I like my job. I like being able to buy things. I like being able to pay my bills. I like that. This is nice. But from a humanized, oh my God, where the fuck are we going? I am scared. I am scared for people who are in this bit. Especially the ones who do IRL. I am worried for those who, like me, show your face. I am worried for bigger creators. I am worried about where this is going to go. Underground markets. Are we about to have a porn black market? Like, I'm.
Don't need to download a specific browser to get to it.
Literally, and it's already hard because I'll have my complaint real quick because we're dishing it out, right? It has been so fucking hard, and it might just be me as a BBW creator right now. It has been significantly harder. Every single ad I have seen has specifically said either petite, no BBW. Have we moved past the no fatty? Yes, which I'm so happy for. But people still have what they find attractive, which I'm not complaining about. Not all. You're allowed to have your preference, especially when it comes to you and taking a luxury item like personalized porn. You want what you want. But it has been harder as a BBW creator to just get jobs because we're also in a very smaller niche, going up against every other BBW creator already in a smaller niche. So you have to make yourself stand out a little bit. And that's already a dangerous thing because if it does go under and that black market happens, that small amount of people who partake in what I look like, what I put out, going to get smaller and smaller and smaller, where only a few of the biggest names will keep 50% of their of their
demographic they're following.
Because there a lot of people will not follow if it's not publicly accessible, like a safe.
If it's not easy.
Yeah, if it's not easy. And that's really scary to me because it's already right now where I'm like, well, fuck, sorry, I can't lose that in 2 weeks. I'm gonna be a big, beautiful girl. Oopsie poopsie. Like
Oopsie poopsie.
Oopsie poopsie. But so it's already a difficult thing, and it's very hard to talk about that because a lot of people don't realize niching down is what people say to do, but if you niche down too small and you make it where you have just a handful in your demographic, it's a fist. Sorry, a 1 finger, 2 finger fist. I'm so sorry.
No, but I get what you're saying. Like, that fist runs out of milk. Yep. It runs out of the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was just talking about this with my content partner, Kuya, who's a tattoo artist. We were just talking about it's great to have a solid group, a solid base of clients. But they run out of skin. And our clients run out of money. Mm-hmm. So we have to be able to bring in more. It's so frustrating.
It is. And then you also have, and this is, God, maybe I'm in a bitching mood. I'm in a bitching mood, okay? Here it comes. All these big ass creators, okay? And I'm not complaining because I'm like, I know you had to work to get what you do. I am appreciative of every creator because I know the thoughts, the even just putting your body through that, right? Mm-hmm. Is hard work. I completely understand now. Now, some people, not naming names, can fuck right off when they don't support other sex workers. That shit pisses me off. Don't come at me with that shit. Don't. When you start being like, haha, prove to me that you unfollowed another sex worker and I'll send you this video. You can eat my... Anyway.
Bit of respect I had for that person.
Mm-hmm. Out the
thrown away
fucking window.
thrown away.
Out the window. It is the same way I feel when I'm like, I know we were going to talk about some Reddit today, but whenever I'm in there and like other girls, like I'm in there upvoting. I think you're cute and you post a cute little ad. I am upvoting. I'm like, yes, girl. Yes, yes. And I sit there and I'm like getting downvoted constantly. And then there are also people who are literally preaching in certain spaces that you should downvote other girls.
Girly. I'm so glad I haven't seen that yet because I got some words and I'd love a link. I'd love a link because I got words.
Cause I'm
Because
really just
what?
like, how do we not? And maybe like we're different beings, but I have always been a supporter. I have always been like, literally, if you're out here doing this, you're probably working your ass off. You are probably dealing with clients that you probably don't want to deal with, or like that are time wasters. I think that like it is not easy work when you get this, when you start doing this. So I feel for you. And if all I can do is just upvote to make your day better, I'm going to fucking do that.
It's just like when I very first started, a creator who I kind of attest some of my like personal who I am to, she said something to me. She was like, you can go into this industry one of two ways. You can go into it competing with everyone, trying to get at the top, scrambling every step of the way, cutting everyone behind you. You don't care. Or you can face the waves and the hordes of trauma and cruelty and hardship and stress and struggle. You can face that with the community standing behind your back. Like you can stand in front of the community in the name of competition and say, I will get this, but you will get it alone.
Mm.
Or you can have the entire community stand the fuck with you. You just have to be willing to stand with them.
Yep.
And that just made more sense to me. And that's kind of where I got that motto, you know? Fuck competition. We're going to replace that with education, community, and information. Because like I said, we need bigger voices. We need to be able to say something and have it matter in this, in shit like this. How are we going to do that? How are we going to build each other into these bigger voices if we are so busy tearing each other down?
Yep.
Yours.
I hate it. I was just gonna complain about too many people doing way too many stunts that I can't do. That one was
There too.
that's where my listen, I can only bend so many ways. Like I only got so many
Picture I
angles.
took where I lost my torso. I was so bent. I was
Yeah.
like, how did you do that? I
I'm
know I
li-
did it, but I don't know.
I'm literally over here like, how do I
I can't do it. I mean, I did it, but I can't do it.
but like that's also the hard part is you have to keep like there are these unrealistic standards for things now to do like these big stunts. And like I do make a purpose, especially with my clients, of being like, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm going to do this as real as I can. Like if it's a role play one, like I know I'm acting. I tell them straight up, I'm acting. Like, you know this. I want someone to come to me for real porn experience, not I fucked 100 guys in one day and my pussy is throbbing. Like,
can't. I can't imagine she made that decision by herself.
no.
I can only picture that interview with, if I'm remembering correctly, it was Mia Khalifa when she was speaking on what kind of stopped her career in that area. And she said, when you are one woman sitting in a boardroom full of men who are telling you what you need to do to further your career, you don't feel like you can say no. And I can only imagine this girl was in something of a similar situation. But I agree. It's like,
It hurts me for her. Like, honestly,
no,
all of it hurts me. Like,
I know.
I hurt for her
Yeah,
so
even if
much.
she decided this 100% herself, I can't imagine this is something that was fully thought through.
Well, even if she
The
did,
eternal repercussions.
like, thinking about, oh, I have to do this to stay relevant. Because that's where it comes from. That's what hurts for me. Is we're
It takes away the
all
autonomy, the control.
But we're all thinking that in a way. Like, as much as we don't want to say it, we are still content creators. We have to post. We have to make out new content. We have to put promo. Like, we all want to stay relevant. Like, I just took 4 days off to move, and the entire time I'm like, I'm not posting ads. I'm not talking to anyone. Like, I'm so stressed out that people are going to forget who I am.
I just had norovirus, and I'm sitting here, like, laying in bed dying, like, get up, you need to go, you need to work, and it shouldn't.
Should not be that. That's so unhealthy, but it's the world that we live in. And like, that's where I feel sad for creators like that. Where like, yeah, you have the platform to do stunts like that. But the fact that you feel the need that you have to do that, that is, again, dehumanizing. Like, you shouldn't have to do that to stay relevant. It's one reason why I make sure with my platforms, people are coming for me. I always include like now if you see the back of me, I just put all my figures up. I recorded me putting my figures up so that way I could post and be like, hey, I really like these figures. I love this show. Like, I like talking about this. Like, what's your guys' favorite character from this if you like it? Like, humanizing. It's cutesy. And it's also tying my content to who I am as a person so people see me as like Kacy. Like, yes, Kacy does porn, but Kacy does porn.
Yeah. Kacy is not porn. She does porn.
That is it. And that honestly brings me back to you said Mia Khalifa. Is that right? I did I say that right? Yeah, I did. I think so. Sorry, I always get Wiz Khalifa and Mia.
Gonna let it slide. I tried so hard not to laugh. What was Wiz Khalifa doing?
Black and Yellow. I can't. But I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, back to this. If we're going to tie all this back together in one big, beautiful pod, okay? Because I'm about to watch me full circle this shit. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this magic trick? Abracadabra. What happens when it becomes a felony? You saw what happened to her. How she has never been able to live down the what? 10 videos she was in? She legitimately was in less pre-mades than I have. And she has never been, she has lived a whole other life, married to a chef and some shit like that, has not touched the industry. She was in there for maybe what, like, I don't know the number, someone else can Google that for me. But she has never been able to live that down. What's gonna happen?
She's a sports broadcaster now, but who knows that?
Who knows that? I didn't know that. I had no idea.
She was at some point. I don't know if she still is.
I know she had like a whole little small business and things like that that she wanted to talk about, which amazing, fantastic. But for those of us who this is our job, our only job, the job that we do to survive, when it becomes a felony and we have to, our faces are out there because they are. What are we gonna do? Because we're not her. We're not her. But
no, exactly.
But now I can't. I'm not going to be able to get a job. People are going to Google me, Google my name, and find, you know what I mean?
Yes. This is a systemic destruction of an entire group of people, like a demographic. We'll just say a demographic. Yep. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of creators out there. That's enough to be a demographic. It is so targeted. It is so intentional. My question is, okay, you want to put this in place? Fine. Can't fucking stop you. Question, what are you going to put in place to protect our rights moving into our next careers?
Yep.
What are you going to put in place for safety and security? Or is it just, y'all, I'm sorry to use this terminology, but this is kind of how it feels right now. Or is it just fuck the because that's how it feels.
Hello? Whores. Like, as a self-proclaimed...
like it.
Hi. It's me. A meeting, but it's Whores Anonymous. But yeah, it does a full circle where you're about to, like, destroy this entire group of people's livelihood. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I watched an episode of Criminal Minds or two. Not a conspiracy theorist. But at that point, where are we going to be put? Exactly.
I think that's the whole fucking point. Yeah. This is going to destroy a lot of people and a lot of things and a lot of good.
What is the song? Welcome to the 60s.
Bitch, we going further than the 60s. We hitting 30s at this point. Economy and everything.
We can't go back that far.
But you know what? That's actually a good place to pause and see if it'll upload it.
I'll be back. Love you.
And y'all, there's massive shit to talk. So should we just get into this damn thing? What are you working on today, Kacy?
So I was going to just schedule while we were here because if you are a content creator in this life, you have to continuously be uploading content at every waking moment of every single part of the day or at different times a day. And for me, I don't schedule. I'm bad. I wake up, I hit upload.
No shame, no hate, no tea, nothing. I literally just did a YouTube video yesterday where I was in it bitching about, scheduling. Unfortunately, I'm a professional at that now. And I hate every second.
Every single second of the day. 'Cause sometimes I'm just like, I just want a program where I can just throw all my pictures in, throw some captions in, and just say, plunk it out. Just
That would be God status. But my problem is always then I would be like, no, that caption doesn't sound like me. That doesn't sound like me. That's not what I would sound like. So I'd end up sitting there doing it anyway.
see, you're more of a perfectionist. I'm more of a get a bitch done and forget about it later. Like, there have been times where I have used like AI a little bit to kind of like tweak, you know how you tweak it a little bit and then you make it your own. Well, I go in
Yeah,
there and you have to make it your own, right? Because there was one that was like, oh, this hot Asian ginger is in your area. And I'm like, look at me. Look at me.
so close. So close.
You really tried.
A
You
little
really,
far off.
really. I was
Just
like,
right
glad you
there.
didn't upload that.
Maybe don't upload that one. Oh shoot, I logged into the wrong account. I'm scheduling Monad Sky. So I'm scheduling out Blue Sky.
I need to start doing that. That is something I actually need to do. Blue
My
Sky's pumping, popping, fun.
She is. She's doing good. She's doing more and more and more and more. And it's so exciting to see. She's such a fun platform, you know?
Did really enjoy it. I enjoyed the people on there a lot more than the other website that should not be named. Um, the people were nicer.
No, they are nicer. They are nicer. And you know what? At the same time, too, they're more engaging. They engage more. Like, the percentage of, like, views to engagement is way higher, even than on Reddit.
Ooh,
Well, because you're getting like 40,000 views on Reddit for one post.
that's
So,
fair.
I
Some
mean,
of
the
us don't
metric
get that. Okay, Miss
on a
Popular.
really good post. On a really good post. How about that?
I'm like, I get like 300 views over here, and I'm like, yes, I'm popping off.
And then there are subs where I'm the same way, where if I'm like panty subs, I have a rule on my profile that anything under 20 upvotes gets deleted after 24 hours. Just keep my profile clean. Yeah, it really helps me to have like a defined number so I'm not guessing like, should I delete this one? But for panty subs, that rule is anything over 5 upvotes gets to stay because panty subs, like selling ones, I just know I'm not going to get 20 upvotes. Nobody gets 20 upvotes in these panty subs. So as long as it's over a lesser amount, then it can stay up. You know what I
That's
mean?
fair.
So it's super dependent.
No, that's actually very fair because I'm gonna be real. I just started getting into the panty things. Made my first 3 sales. I was so proud. Everyone here, take a moment, clap yourself on the back for anything that you have done in
Oh,
content creation. That is
yeah.
good. Even small wins.
Yes, a little moment of self-love and self-celebration.
Mm-hmm. Because we all need it because sometimes I literally like I guess the end of content creation that people like seldomly talk about is like I call it sad girl hours, right? So the other day I had sad girl hours where I kind of just got in the dumps about myself, where I was just like, I'm not good at this, like I'm not like someone's always doing better than me, someone's making these sales, I could be doing more. Keep in mind, I've been moving for the past 4 days. I have been going through all of this. Like there have been like so many other things that have been going through my head and like I have actively been doing, but sad girl hours just hit. And sometimes your brain's stinky.
She is, but she is. She's
She's
lying to
stinky.
you.
She is, and she does. And you have to kind of break out of those sad girl hours because they're gonna happen, right? Like, you're always gonna be wanting to make the best content. You're going to want to put out the best quality. And, like, it's gonna be differing levels at times because your 100% one day is not gonna be the same 100% the next day. You have to learn to just go with what you have that day and what you can give and what spoons you have.
That's a good reminder. That's a really good reminder for everyone, and definitely not expressly specifically needed that for myself today after this is our 4th attempt to record this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, because we got new mics and they're great. We love them. They're right here, not in use, because no recording software that I have that can allow this kind of communication will allow those mics to work. This is our 3rd recording software we've tried. We're just gonna, we're getting what we get today. We did our... I'm not gonna cry about it. Maybe a little bit once we turn the camera off, but not while the camera's on.
Hey, I had my sad girl hours, so that was my cry time.
Yeah, I might need sad girl hours.
You may indeed need sad girl hours, and that she happens. Because sometimes you just gotta feel it. You're not allowed to just like shove it all in, okay? Take it from someone who pays for therapy. Don't shove it down.
It's expensive later.
Straight up, it is. And just have your sad girl moment. Realize your feelings like are valid, but like the weight that you place in them should not be the full weight of who you are as a person. Because you have so much more to you than sad girl hours.
Yes. I love that. And I love giving it hours. Like, these are my times to be sad. We're open from 9 to 4. From 4:30 to about 10:30 p.m., we are Go Girl. We are Boss Bitch hours. Okay? We can dip back down into those sad girls hours for our break later on. I love it. It's so corporatized, and I love it. It's giving that office corporate floor that has a silent booth, a mental health room, where bitches and boys just be going in to sob about their life. It's me, I'm bitches and boys.
So I shit you not, when I actually did talk to my therapist about what happens in my head to like actually say it and like talk about it, that's how I picture my little inside out people. Is like I'm running an office, but half the office is on fire sometimes, and then like in the corner there are some gremlins who are shredding papers. We don't know what those papers are for.
It's SpongeBob. It's that SpongeBob clip. Is that what you're thinking? And they're just shredding info. Yep.
That's how I explain what happens in my brain. And then there's the closet of trauma that we just...
We put the dresser in front of her. The dresser full of childhood issues that are unresolved. Look at the trauma we really keep back there. Speaking of trauma, girl.
Oh, hit me.
This week on Reddit, losing all those subs. Do you know how many creators came to me saying they were shadow banned overnight in just 3 days, 3 or 4 days?
I was one of them.
I know. It's like I couldn't keep up. You did get banned. I think your situation was different, though.
No,
I think
mine was. Yeah, I got caught up, which explains a lot. But listen, I'm still gonna add myself to number because, like, listen, I'm mad.
You should be mad. That, you know what, that account, that one, the one that went down, came back, and then went down again.
Yep.
I do that too.
Like, she comes back from the dead. I'm waiting for I'm gonna try again. I'm just gonna see if I like let her sit and simmer for a little bit. If she rises from the grave,
sit in silence while the necromancy happens in the background.
Like, I'm not gonna question it. Like, I'm not. But if she comes back,
comes back.
This is also the point where we say everyone here who does selling on Reddit, multiple accounts.
Minimum 2, make it 3. Minimum 2, make it 3. Then you know what? Since this is consistently happening and we're on the topic, can I just spit my process for new accounts?
Please do, because I'd like to hear it.
So, a lot of people say, hey, I just got my account shadow banned. What do I do? All right, your next step is going to be submit your appeal. Minimum twice a day, 1 in each appeal section. You're probably not going to hear back. I'm sorry.
Oh,
next thing you should be
doing. Yeah. What time period should we?
Early morning, PST work hours, because they are headquartered in California. They also have offices in New York. So EST or PST, early morning, catch them the second they walk in that door. Be the first thing they have to deal with. Be the problem of the day. Now, the second thing that you should be doing When you get shadow banned, open another browser. If you're normally on Chrome, get on Edge, get on Firefox. I don't care. Open another browser that you've never logged into Reddit on, and then start a new account. Use an email host that is different than your current. So if you are a Gmail girly pop like me, you could do what I did. Start a Proton email. All right. We are trying to create as much account separation as possible so that they can't look and go, them's the same bitches. We don't want them to do that. So that's why we're getting separate browsers. You're getting that account going. Wake her up. Build your profile, your bio, your profile picture. Verify your email. That's really important. And then let her sit. Let her simmer. Let the algorithm say she is here, she is alive, she exists. The next couple days, you're just upvoting on that account. You're priming that account. The next couple days after that, you're just commenting. You're letting the algorithm capture the fact that you're a real person doing real human activities. And then, and this is like a week later, after you've started the account, then you slowly start posting. That helps the algorithm prime to you, recognize you are a real human person, and helps prevent you from getting caught in the new account spam filter. At least it is what has worked for everybody who has tried it, including myself many, many times.
I'm doing it right now, just in case I need another one.
I'm doing it right now. I have a backup, and she's got like 1K karma. She's sitting there, but here's the issue. I'm redonkulous, and I named her Allie SFW because she was going to be my safe for work only account. Well, fuck me, because now if I have to switch over,
it's not going to be so.
It don't look cute. It look underhanded. So we're making a second account.
Yup, that is what you have to do, honestly. Like, you have to continuously get age, because that's my big one, is age, karma, and building that up, because there are so many subreddits now that will not even blink in your direction if you haven't had, and like, even the bare minimum of like 2 weeks. That's if you're known. Like, when I had mine go down, like, I had to wait my 2 weeks. I had to post every single day. I had already been a member. Like, there were already people who knew me when I mod messaged in, but they were like, hey, we can't let this, like, you have to do it like how you redid it. And that in itself sucks ass. So,
Yes.
like, and re-verifying. Do you know how many panty subreddits I had to re-verify? How many feet subreddits I had to re-verify?
Yes. I know. I did it too 6 months ago. My God. And when you just sit there and you look at the list, I was verified in 79 subreddits, and you just sit there and you look at that list and you're like, no.
I want to scream. I want to scream. I want to scream. I'm sorry, that was weird.
It's okay. It's what we're good for. It's what we're used to. It's what we do here. We do the weird. But, like, no, I know how you feel, because I remember sitting there looking at all these tens and 20s and 30s of subreddits that I needed to verify in. And you know what I ended up doing? I had it in my head. I was like, I'm going to only verify in the ones that did really well. So I went through my history in my scheduler, and I saw what did well, saw what did not, and I only verified in the ones that did well. And I was like, oh yeah, this is going to cut it way down. Okay, cut to 4 months later. I think I verified in 30 more than I started with, because I keep finding them.
That is you, baby. That's you. You find one, you're like, verification? Verification? Sorry, let me ask one more time. Verification.
Shut up.
You're the bitch who literally goes in there and they won't have a verification process. And you're like, I would like to verify, actually. And they're like, we don't really have a process. And you're like, so can you make one so that I can verify, because I need to verify?
The selfie over 25, right? They don't have necessarily, before they had a verification process, they didn't. And I messaged and I'm like, hey, my shit keeps getting caught. Can I verify? And they're like, we don't do that. And I'm like,
You do
so
now.
can I verify? And they're like, yeah, we'll make you an approved user. Which, by the way, we just did a collaboration for a resource with Selfie over 25. And let me just plug them for a hot freaking minute. I know the mod team. I just coordinated with them to make this resource. Let me just tell y'all something. They're a dope-ass motherfucking team. Dope as all can be. They love creators. They very explicitly want creators to join. I mean, so long as we are, not being nasty. But they want us to
Keep
join.
the nasty in the nasty places.
Yeah, keep the nasty in the nasty. We love the nasty, but just not in the non-nasty. But they are such, if you're looking for a selfie style subreddit that you can use to help pad your profile, just boost it up, make it look a little bit more engaged, less just NSFW, promo, this is a great sub to do it in. And you can reach out to the mod team anytime for any reason. They really are freaking fantastic. We love the hell out of them. That was my plug.
Speaking of that, the importance of finding other subreddits that aren't like, if you go in and you are just spicy, the likelihood of Reddit smacking your shit down goes so much higher. But if you get in there like, I'm in a Pokemon subreddit because I do the TCG, which is like the mobile game. So sometimes I get in there and you can either like upvote the meme, or you can like make a comment which gets you the karma, or like sometimes I'm like, I had this terrible battle. I do some rage bait in that. Okay, I'm usually in the Pokemon subreddit, just like rage baiting people.
Just pissing off the nerds. I love it.
Pissing them
Piss
off.
off your people.
And like I'll do that, or the one that I recently like clicked for me, and this could be for someone out there. This is your sign. This is your sign to have fun with makeup and to do something that you never thought that you would do. I did clown makeup. I did it because I just wanted to play with makeup. Okay, I just wanted to play, have some fun. So I went out, bought clown makeup. Sure as shit, clown not safe for work. But yeah, finding certain subreddits that aren't not safe for work, but you're interested in, you can have a conversation in, like you can hold a topic in, or just like it. The makeup ones are really good, especially if you like makeup or you do tips. Like there was one where a girl was like, hey, my eyelash keeps popping up, like what can I do? And I just commented my eyelash routine and got upvoted just like that, like just casually, and just showing that you're well rounded. You're not just there to sell.
Yes, that do be it. But at this point, let's get real, let's get honest, let's talk naughty novelties, because Reddit's not very safe right now. If you
No,
ask
it's
me.
not. It's not for any. Honestly, not for anyone.
Not for anyone. Creator after creator after creator over the span of 4 days. Shadow ban, permanent account ban. We had someone who had all of her accounts wiped out. All of them. Like ones that were so old she barely knew they still existed. Gone. And then we had what was it? 4 of our subs taken down overnight.
I want to say it was more because they kept going. Like
Yeah,
it literally was like
fetish
blinked.
scammers one day.
Yep. Was the fish.
Market Social the next day, Fetish Sellers Forum the next
Yep.
day, and Fetish Playhouse went down that day too.
Yep. That was the big one.
That was the big gnarly bitch. And so, I don't know about y'all, that's not a safe fucking place in my mind.
Especially not if at any point, because like you also have to keep in mind that like this is our, like, a lot of people do direct selling. Like with me, I do fan site stuff a lot, but like you don't do a lot of fan site stuff at all.
No.
You do
This is my
direct
whole
selling.
income.
So if at any point Reddit decides to go safe for work completely, if they was the one that we had, sex sales went down, was gone.
I'd be chicken fried fucked.
Okay,
Like
Colonel
overnight.
Sanders ain't got nothing on us, literally. Like I would be 15 herbs and spices into the wind. Okay, like done.
Yeah.
So you have to diversify. First off, we've always said that. You literally have to have your eggs in multiple baskets, make them cute baskets, but multiple baskets. And you can't just depend on having Reddit backups or Reddit entirely, or even for buyer and seller, because I know buyers who have so many throwaway accounts, it's not even funny. But at the point that Reddit says we want to go like public with our whatever the fuck you go public with when it comes to businesses, and then everyone has to go safe for work. Um, that whole thing that people
Yeah.
talk about. Okay, buyers, are yours going down now too? Where are you
Yeah.
gonna get?
Yeah, where are they gonna go now? Because, like, it's not only sellers anymore getting hit.
And you want to make it a place. My big thing is, and I was actually talking to someone about this because I had a buyer ask me specifically, what do you think about people who purchase and who buy, right? And I
Oh,
told
that's
them
a
straight up,
tricky question.
to me it's not, because I'm like, I respect them more, because
Sure.
legitimately you could go to the hub, you could go to somewhere else, a big site, but you're choosing to go to a small creator. You're choosing to pay directly to the creator at that point, to
Yeah,
go directly to
choosing
that creator's.
ethical consumption.
It's yes, and you're giving it back because you could go and do these other things if you really just wanted a quick hanky panky, but you're choosing to not do that. Like, I respect you more for putting income into a provider's pocket, for going and putting into their content, for like trusting them with that, than I do people who just go to the hub and
Yeah, I
done.
get what you're saying. I agree with you.
Yep. So with that, I want to respect buyers in a way where you've given me that respect. I want to give that back and also make this a safe space where, like for me, knowing I'm a talkative bitch when you make a sale with me. I literally would tell you every single step of every single process. I'm like, my makeup's done, my hair's done, I'm about to start filming, I'm editing right now, I'm gonna get
We're
this to you, Dropbox.
exporting.
Like,
We're uploading. I'm adding the
yes.
caption. Yep, I feel you.
And I want more space for creators like that, for buyers to feel like they have a space where they can still go and buy custom content, still
Mhm.
go and buy from their favorite creators. And you
Yeah.
already mentioned it. This little thing called a naughty novelties.
Have the buying and selling Telegram market group space that we just made and have not technically launched, except this is part of our launch. We are doing a full YouTube video on how we set her up, so you guys can see the back end and see the safety features and all of that. And we chose Telegram because we had one thing in mind: terms of fucking service. Terms of
Oh,
fucking service.
yes.
Telegram's not gonna, according to their terms of service, our buying and selling market is completely kosher, good to go, fine to do, whatever you want. That's why we chose Telegram. Not to mention, it's like crazy, super boosted security settings, and not to mention its privacy. Not to mention its just ease of use. The UI is easy for everyone who wants to join. I don't know. We're really excited for her. When we pop this YouTube video out, we're going to even show you a back end look at what she looks like right now. We're batch creating today. So this is part of our batch, and then we're doing the YouTube video right after this too. And I'm so excited about it, you guys.
But yes, I love that. I wanted this idea. I came to you with this idea. To be fair, sometimes I have the ideas, but I don't know how to make them come into fruition. And then Allie's over here like, let me just roll up my
Let me roll up my sleeves
sleeves.
here,
Yeah.
get some elbow grease on. Here we
Yeah.
go.
And I thought of the name. I was like, I just want someplace that's like, we can have another egg, right? They're safe egg, because that's one thing I wanted. And don't get me wrong, I say this every time, shit happens, right? Every single time shit's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But to feel like you feel when you're on sex cells, or you're on another subreddit like Fetish Haven, or just something where it's like, okay, I feel comfortable buying and selling here. Do I know shit happens? Do I know that we might go down? I hope not. I'm hoping not. Telegram, I'm looking
Yeah,
at you. Look at,
yeah. We be talking.
I'll
We
get,
be having one-on-ones.
uh,
Me and Telegram.
listen, no, you better pull up. Telegram's gonna open their door. I'm gonna be in the front of it and be like, what's going on?
Yeah, she better stand on business on this one, otherwise she's gonna get a boot up her ass.
But we feel very confident in this.
Mm-hmm.
Enough to put our work, our names, our everything behind it and say, like, let's make a space for creators and buyers to come together and come together.
Get the fuck out! Fuck! Girl, I was just gearing up to be like, it has a marketplace and it has a place to talk, and how do I follow that? How? How do I tail it?
It was there. It was there. I love that.
No, but we actually do. We have these separate topics within it, so it's segregated. Good God. It is nicely organized. So there's a channel for like providers online. There's the channel for physical content sales, for just gabbing. There's a channel where age verified buyers can post requests, and yeah, there's so much space. Oh, not to mention the entire group, secondary group that creators immediately gain access into, the creator chat and resource group as well, which is currently thickums packed with CST resources, but they're all there, all accessible for anyone who joins.
And I do want to make the point of saying this is not like other Telegram groups where you have to pay to get in or stuff like no, that is not it. If you are a creator, you want to verify, come verify. Come do it. We want it to be a safe and open place and not like the ones that are like, pay every 5 months or do this or do that. Like there are so much. That's kind of a little sticky. That, there we go. That's a better way.
Put it down flat. It's a poquito predatory.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel this is okay. This is where I stand on this. This could be a little controversial. What is it, like, big red flag here? I think it's weird in a way when creators make a majority of their income off of other creators.
Yes.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it is why I will always question someone with a big like fan account who comes in like, hey, do you want to do guaranteed gains or something? I'm like, yeah, actually, first, can you show me how many creators contributed to your big platform versus how many actual fans you have on your big platform? Yeah,
I
no,
don't.
it's sketchy.
It's predatory. It's like, if you do follow me and do all this stuff, of course, I only gain that one follower, but you can gain all of these, and that's usually not how it goes.
For bots, yeah.
Yep. And then even inside of that, you're not going to make any, like, if you want to get to the nitty gritty of shit, you won't make anything because there are going to be nothing but creators. There's not going to be buyers. You're not going to sit there and sell to other creators. You're all going to be trying to be like, where are the buyers? Where are the buyers? Honey, there's not any. That's
not there.
Not there. And then if they do, one of the things that, like, I mentioned that I would love to do is having spaces for different niches later in life. This is the way later in life. But specifically because in a lot of these groups, you will have girls of one niche bring in a few of these buyers that like this specific niche. And then only. And then you'll have other creators come in and be like, I really want what you have. Like, I want to be as popular as this. But your niche doesn't match with the niches that person's buyers like. And you're not going to get, and like, I'm a victim to this. There was one time I literally paid to have, when I first started, and this is a big, like, do not do this. I paid to have advertisement in another creator's Discord. This creator's Discord was literally nothing like me. Nothing like what I am at all. And I literally told her, go ahead and take my ad down after like 3 days, because after looking through, I was like, You can keep the money. I like supporting other creators. Like I wasn't gonna be that bitch for a refund. But I'm like, I know for a fact that I'm not going to get anything from this because the people
Mhm.
who are in here for you that you're trying to get me to advertise to are not going to fit my niche.
Yeah.
And that's really important. And one thing that we do want to try and combat. It's gonna take us some time because again, we're doing this, it's me and you. Um, we're making it safe, we're locking it down, we're doing all the things that we can do. That takes time, it takes energy, especially to
Yeah.
test something like this to see if it
Yeah.
works.
When it
But
does come to moderation, just so y'all know, we do have a third admin who is moderating as well. So it's not just us when it comes to moderation for building this bitch. It's just me and Kacy going in.
one, we care. We care about creators, we care about buyers. Two, we can have fun. But we can have fun in a safe environment. We can have fun in a welcoming environment. And look, you got these two bitches who are starting some shit. What? Who wouldn't want to join? Like, all I'm saying.
You
Pretty
want to get
cheeky.
in on the chaos. It should be good chaos, constructive chaos, and hopefully, like,
Yes.
good money chaos. But get in on the chaos.
I want a new ring light. Where
You're like, I already know where the money from this group be going. I'm getting a new light.
And it's not even that you're still you're still doing it yourself because I want people to actually take the thing because that's one big thing about us being educators along with doing this as our jobs too. Not again riding off the backs of other creators. You're posting the ads. You're having
Mm-hmm.
buyers come and requesting to DM you, seeing that they like your things, putting out your like it's not you like just you have to still like it's gonna still be a little bit of work, right? Like it's not gonna be
Mm-hmm.
magical. And I kind
Yeah.
of like that. Like I like the fact that like this is still our job.
Mm-hmm.
We're just giving you another avenue.
We're just providing the marketplace. Y'all are still running your own shit.
Yep.
That's kind of how we wanted it too, because we don't even allow the transaction to take place in the group. That's like keep that in your private DMs, and that's not just we don't want to see that shit. But it's more like keep that in your DMs so you have a record of it, and so we can keep the community clean and organized. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we're not going to police your prices. We do have like if you're offering a 6-month GFE for $1, we're going to ask you to reconsider. But we're not going to police pricing in general. We're not going to police payment methods in general. It's up to you. It's your fucking business. There's
Mm-hmm.
some we would suggest and we would not suggest. Those are in a resource in the creator resource chat. And
So
everything
beautiful.
else, it's we just wanted to provide a safe space where you don't have to go to sleep and worry if you're going to wake up the next morning and that whole fucking space is going to be gone.
Yep. Agreed.
That's the long and short of it.
I love it. I honestly love it. I'm really excited for this. Like honestly, this is
Thank
one of the
you.
things that I'm really excited about to see what comes from it, to see the creators that come into it, to see the buyers. Because like you said, we do have a place where you guys can chit chat. There's a little chit chat. Like, we're gonna have a place for introductions where you can like tell us about yourself. We have that filled out so that way people can see that you're more than just a seller. Like, yeah, that you have other things, and you do.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing I like about content creation right now, especially right now, like in this space, is when it comes to spicy, it's moving less towards what spicy do. Because anyone can take a banana and shove it in a cantaloupe, if you get what I'm saying. Anyone can do that, right? But what's the personality behind it? Right? Like, who's the person behind it? Who's the cantaloupe? That's it. Who is the cantaloupe? Naming this YouTube video, who is the cantaloupe?
It is your fault if the SEO tanks on this shit. Because I'm doing it. The cantaloupe, Peachy talks, and spicy productivity tips. Here we go.
But it's true. Content creation is going more towards who you are as a person. People are willing to invest in you when
Mm-hmm.
they see someone that has the same thoughts, the same kind of morals, the same whatever it is that you have, or they want, or they like, or they maybe want to see in themselves. That's the psychology behind it. But I think that's better because as creators, we get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
And you
There's a sea
forget.
of bodies out there. We have to put the enigmatic personality, the thing that magnetizes people to us, behind the body.
Yep, like I have a body, you have a body. We could all be doing the same body. But that
No
is my
fucking for real.
tip. That is my tip. If you are seeing not the production that you want to see or the profit that you are want to seeing, and this is if you take, I say take, can I mention that?
I'll bleep
So
it if not.
might be, may not be helping mentor maybe when it comes to Fansly and other fan sites, right? And my
Mention this
first
away. Mention
Okay.
loudly.
Okay. So I'm going to be mentoring. I'm going to be with CST. We're going to be doing that because I know fan sites. That is my bread and butter. And I'm so excited about that. But one of the first things I check for and one of the first things I look for when I'm going to look at your fan site is your personality there. Can I tell what kind of person you are, what you're interested in? And there have been other lovely creators I helped that I was just like, literally just post, even if it's just words, like, I'm watching this show today. Or like, do like a poll on like, who's your favorite character on this? Or just something like gaming, nerding out, doing something that shows a little bit of your personality. The engagement goes up, the amount of tipping goes up, the way people get attached to you goes up because they now see you as a person.
Yeah. Yes.
And
Yes.
that's where it needs to go.
Yes, and I'm so glad you plugged that. That's such a good thing to kind of end our talk on. So, in the shorter term, and I need you to understand when I say short term, it's going to come down to how long it takes for me to fight Stripe and a plugin, and it's killing me. We're doing our best. We got it in there. It's still broken, but it's in there now. So as soon as that is fixed up, we are going to be bringing Synonym on to start coaching in something along the lines of, I think, 3 months, 3 or 4 months. This Lovely Kacy is joining us as a coach on CST. And then we will have me focusing in on sales psychology, business backend, and direct sales and Reddit. Then we will have Synonym, aka Mom. You're going to hear me call her that. We're going to have Mom coaching the generic everything. Are you brand new and just starting and don't know what the hell's going on? You go to Mom. We're going to have Kacy coming in teaching platforms. Are you on OnlyFans or Fansly or Loyal Fans and you just don't know what is what? That's what Kacy's here for. Y'all, we are going to have just about all the P's and Q's covered, and I'm so excited.
It's going to be an amazing threesome. It's going to be so hot. Y'all going to want to watch.
And on that note, I actually think that is perfect to leave it at. But be sure you check out. We will include the link to the verification channel for Naughty Novelties here. Check her out. I might even do a quick blog post on her, kind of explaining all the details. I'll add that link here if I do it. But in the meantime, can we get a big spicy thank you to Miss Lovely Kacy for joining us? Miss Lovely Kacy, thank you,
I'm to clap for myself.
You should. Be that bitch. Be that bitch. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you so much for sitting with us for another, I don't know what we should call these, peachy talks or something like that. Spicy peachy talks.
It's the peach tea. It's the peach tea at this point.
Alright, y'all. We both hope you are so safe and you are so sane and you are absolutely flourishing.